SMU, and if they were able to move the ball early, but just like every other week, it seems like the defense clamps down and really limits those guys the rest of the way.
Just proud of the guys' response. Once we figured out what they were trying to do, and that's a really good offense that went really, really fast. It's probably the fastest I've seen the offense go. So getting our guys adjusted to that and just trying to get them behind the sticks on first down to slow down the pace. And just coming on the sideline adjusting, going to halftime and adjusting, and the guys that they're used to adjusting. But just carrying out the mission of just trying to play a good brand of defense. So just proud of how the guys came out.
What did you think of Brandon Adams and Corey Thornton's ability to break up some key passes in the end zone? How challenging is that really? I mean, fans might not realize how challenging that can be.
Oh yeah, I mean it's hard. I mean they on the island, right? So the cornerbacks, they're on the island, and if they even give up a play, you got to have a next play mentality. And Coach Gibbs and Coach Addison does a great job with those guys at practicing just the one-on-one ball, playing the ball in the air, and different things like that. And so the guys are getting better and better each week. We're trying to home in on the guys with the pass interference. And so it's a couple things that we tweak to try to fix that. And you can see the guys trying to work on it, but those guys on the island, and everybody's watching them. So if you see a defensive lineman mess up or a linebacker mess up, it's kind of not seen. But a cornerback, everybody in the world sees it. So you got to have a next play mentality, and so just proud of how those guys are progressing.
Coach Malzahn didn't seem particularly bothered by some of the pass interference calls. Are you? I mean, you see them as 50-50 balls, and that's just going to happen.
Yeah, it's 50-50 balls. You never want a flag, right? You don't want penalties. We don't teach penalties. We want to play clean football. A lot of them was 50-50 balls. There's some of them that was questionable, right? But at the same time, it was called, so we got to do a better job at coaching them up on penalties, and we'll do that. And it's a lot of other things we got to work on. That's one of them as far as just limiting the penalties.
Did you realize that Mordecai ended up 0 for 10 on third down passing? I don't think he's ever had a stat like that.
Yeah, I didn't. Man, there's so much going on. They're going so fast, and I'm just trying to get the call out. I did not know that, so that's pretty good, to be honest with you. So didn't know that. He's a heck of a football player. He's a really good quarterback, has really good poise. He did some different things with his feet as far as like knowing where the pressure is coming and sliding away from where we're coming. And he did a good job getting number 11 the ball. I mean, he's a really good football player.
We're a little short-handed at the safety spot, and the Quadric wasn't available, and Dylan Lester was out, but Devon and Kobe Perry and some of those guys, how do you think they did?
Did really well. So if you're looking at the production points, Devon was second on the team, on the defense with 18 production points, and Kobe Perry had 12 production points. And just, Kobe Perry, just stand on him as far as his time is coming. He's had a great attitude. He's come to work every day. The kid loves football. And it was his time to shine. And the football gods will bless you, man. Just stay the course. Don't be selfish. Be a team guy. He's been very unselfish. He's been a team guy. He's coming from another program. He was an All-American. He comes here and he's earning his way and earning his snaps, and he ended up getting the Defensive Player of the Week this week, and he's been through so much. We're in FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and I'm sitting there with him. He's coming every week, and this summer his mom passed away. A lot of people don't know about Dad, and he's going through so much. He's trying to stay the course, and keep working. So it was good to see him go out there and perform, because these guys have been through a lot, so very proud of his progress.
What is the status of Quadric Bullard moving forward?
He'll be good to go. No issues at all. So he'll be ready for the next game.
What more do you want to see from your pass rush?
Continue to get to the quarterback. If you saw yesterday, max protection. They were doing max protection, running three-man routes. So, it's always good when you get them to get into three-man routes. But if they max protection, that's telling us something. I mean, somebody up front has them nervous, or our blitz has them nervous. So, at the time when they're not in max protection, we need to get to the quarterback. And just like we talked to him yesterday, even Coach Malzahn told him, if you don't sack the quarterback, if you got him throwing off balance, or if you got him throwing it away, it's a win for the defense. So we got to continue to generate a pass rush, and we will. We got the right guys up front to get that done.
How big was it just how it was synergistic with the special teams and the punter? Andrew Osteen comes in, pins him deep a few times, aided big time in getting that safety there. That was a turning point. Like, how big were some of those plays?
Oh, that was awesome. So Corey Thornton, he got the special teams player of the week this week. He was the guy that got it down twice inside the fives, So all of those little things add up. Field position is huge, So, and it all works together, man. Offense, special teams, and defense, and you look up and you have a great team performance like we did last night.
What about the ability to get the freshmen in there, Damari, obviously Nakai? How valuable is that? Not just to play, but I mean, like you said, that's a real dude at quarterback.
Right.
How much does that benefit them?
Oh, that's awesome, because we gonna need all these guys at some point. You just never know, so we creating depth, and these guys want to play, and we want to play them. We brought them in to play. So if you're good enough, you're old enough. So it doesn't matter if you're a freshman. So we want to play the guys that are ready to play, and those guys earn the right to play. And it's always good to see those guys playing very early as freshmen.
Specifically, what have you seen from Cam Moore? I see he continues to progress as a freshman as well.
Very smart. Has a really high football IQ. I mean, he comes in and he knows the playbook. And as a linebacker coach, as a coordinator, you want somebody to get everybody lined up. He does that. Like, it's like easy to him. So his high school done a great job getting him ready. That was before he even got to me. So his football IQ is very high. He's a guy that's continued to come along, and we're going to need him to continue to come along. So very proud of his progress.
One more freshman to ask you about. Jamal Johnson rotated in a bit last night. What do you think he can add to the pass rush, and what have you seen from him on the practice field?
Man, he has a bright future as well. He plays with a high motor. He kind of reminds me of a baby Josh Seliscar as far as just how hard he plays. He's very twitchy. Football is important to him. His faith is important to him. I mean, his mom, Miss Gina, has raised him right. Like, he's a superhuman being. So I'm glad he's on the outside. I'm glad he's able to be here with us. And very bright future.
You
Very
take
bright.
these one at a time, but how important is it to start off your conference slate with a dominating victory like that?
It's always good to win. Coach Malzahn talked to the team. We started conference play, so we want to come out with a win. We want to come out and win at home, and it's always good to start out 1-0. Just win the game. Let's just win the game, and there's so much stuff in college football now where, man, let's just win. You want to play well. We played very well yesterday, and we want to get better. We will get better, but to be 1-0 in conference play is always good.
What was it like to deal with the adversity of the disruptions caused by the hurricane?
Yeah, so that's the hidden thing a lot of people don't think about. So you got the hurricane, and we didn't practice, and the guys was at home or at their apartments, and you're doing stuff over Zoom, and you got so much other things going on. You bring them back, and you're trying to practice, and this person doesn't have any lights. This place is flooded. This is going on, and you still have the parents. A lot of our guys are from Florida, so you still got parents situations that are going on, and you're trying to get these guys to lock in on the game. So hats off to all of our players. And even the coaches, it's a lot going on. So to be able to lock in and play a great game like that, it was good to see those guys do that.
What do you think of Jarvis's Ware performance? I know he's been coming. Last year he got injured. He's been getting more and more reps every game. Played a lot in this one. How's he doing?
His progress, he's coming, man. Like, you finally see him getting healthy. He's a guy that we need to come along. Really good football player. Has really good savvy. Very smart. Now his health is getting a lot better. So you'll see him out there a lot more. He's a guy that we really trust as well.
Take us through the safety. What does that do for the energy on the defense?
Oh, that's huge. I mean, that's energy for the team. I mean, if it's a safety, I don't care if it's a block punt, it just energizes the whole team just to get those guys back there to get the sack and, drop, get the sack. And it was actually with cause fumble and safety and all of that good stuff. But it just generalizes, it just gives the whole team energy. So it's always good, momentum shift. So that was a really great play.
What's the status of Keenan Hester?
He has some things going on where right now that's not me to talk about right now.
What do you want to see next week against Temple?
Just get better. We got so much stuff that we can improve defensively. Like, it's so much stuff. Like, we gotta just not leave meat on the bone as far as like let's be greedy. Let's not give up some of these plays that we're giving up. Let's align correctly. Let's communicate better. Let's tackle better. Like, it's so much stuff that we can do to get better, and we will get better. We got to continue just to home in on the little things, and like we talked to the guys, we want to correct something that is new. Don't want to correct something that's old. So we got to continue to keep our head down, keep working, and we will. And the whole object is to get better each week, and that's our job to do that. And we're gonna continue to strive to do that.
The week we're in right now is supposed to be a bye week. How did plans shift for recruiting? What do you want to do this weekend, I guess?
Yeah, so today is self-scout. So we're gonna use today, and we're gonna do some self-scouting and see what other teams are seeing. And On the road a little bit tomorrow, and back in tomorrow night and Saturday morning, getting ready for our next opponent. And the grind doesn't stop. So, enjoy this one, let this one go, and get ready for the next opponent, and keep our head down and keep working.
So your wife and your kids, y'all matching outfits? Is that something they do for all the games? Or
Yeah,
that's really
man,
cute?
it's always good to see them at the games, and they had the whole game day outfit, and I'm a girl dad, so it's always good to see my girls and my wife, and just for them to just enjoy this atmosphere and be around these great fans, and this great community is always good. And they don't know if Daddy won or lost. So for me, when I come through the door, I can't be emotionally inconsistent. I gotta walk through my door like we won the Super Bowl, even if we would have lost, because those girls looking at Daddy, they don't care if we won or lost. So it's my job to be consistent as possible when it comes to my daughter and it comes to my wife. When I go through the door, I gotta let win or loss go out the window. It has to be Super Bowl when I walk through the door. So it's always good to have family at the game and seeing those girls run on the field.
Considering the week that was, what did you think of the turnout on a Wednesday night from the fans?
Man, it was good, man. It was the middle of the week. The fans was live, man. I like what's the deal with the lights on and off? That's pretty cool, man. And I'm usually locked in when that happens. I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. I like that. So just having the fans there and just having a Wednesday night, with so much going on, you could just watch football and everybody could be together and cheering and having something to smile about and to cheer about. That's what this thing is all about. So it was really good to see our fans in the stands.
Talk about Landon Woods a little bit, how his role has changed. He was a starter in the spring. Obviously, he can't be playing anymore. I know he's one of the guys signaling plays. He was wearing the orange shirt on the sideline. How is his role kind of? How is he helping you this year?
He's been awesome. So he wants to be around the team. So okay, you want to be around the team, I got a job for you. So he takes his job very, very serious, and he's involved with whatever we're doing signal wise, and he's good to go. I really, really enjoy having him there, and it keeps him in tune, it keeps him a part of everything, and now he's kind of hearing the coaching side of it. So I say, hey, once we get off the field, you got to put your headphones up and take them off, because now we're getting to coach talk. But he's been awesome.